In.
Man, Uncle Lush, what's the deal?
What's
poppin'?
What's going on, brother?
What's up with you, my foolie?
Cracking, dog.
Man, nothing, man. Trying to get it, man. Shout out to Lush. Before we start, man, shout out to Lush World. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to MJTV, man. You know what I'm saying? We all getting it. We all doing our thing. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Appreciate you, homeboy.
Likewise,
you know
brother.
what it is.
So what's cracking?
Look, so this what I'm on. I got to know. First of all, hey, MJ.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. The way you was rocking out, bro, the way you had the mic, had me dying, bro. Like, bro had the mic in his hand, he was going crazy. Paul. I'm like, my nigga, put the mic there.
Hey, we gotta change his name from MJ to go crazy.
No, he went from MJ to MJG.
That shit was hilarious, bro. But look, I want to know how you really felt about that yesterday, bro.
Okay, that's
felt about that.
So let me say this, right? The whole reason why hip hop has came about is because hip hop was the voice for the voiceless. Hip hop was the voice of oppression, right? So when I asked him a simple question about the selling the hip hop shirt. So when he said, I am hip hop, I wanted to remind him that he is a guest in the house of hip hop. He is not hip hop. I wanted to reinform him of that. And by doing so, he felt offended. But if we look at the facts here, you cannot be a part of hip hop because hip hop is literally created because it is the voice of the oppressed. It is the actions of the oppressed people. It is the voice of the black, predominantly black people. So when you say I am hip hop and then create a t-shirt and profit off this I am hip hop t-shirt, when in my personal opinion, I felt that you have not done enough or contributed enough to this hip hop that you are profiting from, I just wanted to have that conversation respectfully, you know?
Right. So I respect it. I most definitely respect it. You know, while I'm in the comments, I'm reading a lot of people say, you feel me, pretty much China Mac got the right to claim, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm reading in the comments.
Okay, but
I feel like he does too, based on the fact for multiple reasons. China Mac didn't choose to be a part of hip hop culture.
Yes, he did.
He was born into it.
That's
being from New York City, growing up in the 80s and 90s. It was all around him. It wasn't, you know what I mean?
Was hip hop played inside his home?
It don't.
No. Answer my question. Simple questions. Just
First of all, the answer is I don't know. But I know
just going off personal opinions, brother.
But I do know unequivocally, as soon as he walked outside the crib in the streets of New York, it was everywhere around him.
Of course.
He was immersed in it.
Of course.
When he was at school, when he was like everywhere he went.
Hip hop is all inclusive. I'm not saying he's not a part of it.
But you can I agree that there are guests in hip hop culture. Even though hip hop was played in my household.
How do you take ownership of something you didn't create?
But I'll still say, as a white person, regardless, if I'm a guest in hip hop culture, I'm a distinguished guest. I got my feet up on the couch.
But you understand that at the end of the day, you got your feet up, you're kicking it as you should. But you understand that you are what?
I got Dome from hip hop's little sister. You feel me? I'm in there. I'm at the barbecue and the carne asada simultaneously. So I'm there, but it's different. LA, as much as we were immersed in hip hop culture, NYC is the Mecca. So being from NYC, it kind of transcends racial boundaries.
But hip hop is the voice of slavery,
right,
and oppression. So put that to
with the boy narrative, man.
Hip hop is the voice of slavery. It's the voice of the people.
I fuck with his narrative.
So how can we, when we come from slavery and oppression, for you to say, hey man, I experienced all of those things. I'm owner of it. I'm a part of it. This is my house too. We cannot do that and go over to Chinatown District and say, this is my house, I'm a part of it. We cannot do that. I promise you. No. Try it now and see what will happen. The triads, the that, they will take care of you very well. But we are so accepting because that's who we are, and we've been traumatized because of the things that we've been through, our ancestors have been through. So, hey, man, everybody's a part of this shit, which is cool. Hip-hop is all-inclusive. But you are not hip-hop. My opinion. If you want to have that conversation, go there. But then when you say, I did 2 bids when hip hop created, That's the disconnect for me. Hip hop, you don't get a pass in hip hop because you committed a crime and you went to do time. Now you're a part of hip hop. I did a bit. Respect, you're a gangster. I'm not. But that doesn't give you a more right to hip hop than I do because I didn't commit a crime.
And I talked to Mac earlier today on the phone, and I said it on the pod last night, and I'll say it again. I didn't like how he was getting at you for not being hip hop because you're African.
Are you American?
Yeah, nigga said
I ain't gonna lie.
had shoes over there.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was going wild.
Disrespectful.
He was going wild. He said you wasn't wearing shoes.
But let me tell y'all something, bro. If you let a nigga speak long enough, he'll tell you exactly who he is and what he's about.
But the thing is, like, look, hip hop.
What the fuck is my people not wearing shoes?
Here.
Bro, Asian